Typically, when people think of Tennessee, they think about football, country music, Southern hospitality, and the Great Smoky Mountains. But more recently, Tennessee has been known for leading the way politically for anti-LGBTQ legislation. At the beginning of March 2023, Tennessee's Governor Bill Lee signed a first-of-its-kind bill restricting drag shows. This has rightfully been met with outrage and pushback, but although upset, the LGBTQ community is not surprised.
I went to the Knoxville Pride Center to speak with the staff and get a better understanding of what this means for their community.
So everybody is very focused on the drag bill. I'm not surprised. I was not surprised. The trans community has been under attack for years and years and years. It's just that nobody seemed all that outraged about the attacks on my community, while everybody was up in arms about the anti-drag bill.
Well, I think the drag bill is more of a Trojan horse. It's really about trans rights, trans healthcare, and our trans youth. Of course, drag is an important art form. Drag queens started the riots at Stonewall. They've always been kind of a beacon of our community in a way. Like when you're not out yet or you're not able to be around a community, drag queens are in pop culture, they're in movies, TV shows. So it's kind of a first look at what being queer is like.
I decided to sit down with my friends who belong to this community and see how they were feeling.
How long have you two been a couple?
Almost 3 years.
It's definitely something it sucks that it's something you have to consciously think about. I can't just hold her hand at random at sometimes, and that sucks as much as I want to. It's like a part of me is like, well, what if I get the looks? What if I get, what if somebody's talking about me behind our backs? It's scary. It makes me feel sad because so much of this world was built on us advocating for one another and being kind to one another, and it sucks to see that kindness and respect being practically torn away because people are stuck in their ways and people see others as how they identify and not as who they are as a person.
I think anywhere you're at, regardless of who you are, if you're around people who can relate to you, then you're going to feel accepted in some capacity, and especially at drag shows in that circumstance, being in Tennessee, obviously there's not a lot of celebration around drag, clearly, and about just being gay.
Honestly, I don't feel safe living in the United States of America. I am 1, adopted, 2, not white, 3, not a man, and 4, I am also not cis, straight. So that is just opening the door for all kinds of things. I feel like that's happening because not only do gay people or members of the LGBTQ community go to drag, it's also something that a lot of cis straight people go to.
My fear is that if that law is overturned, if that law is found unconstitutional, that, the community goes back to business as usual, and the GOP goes back to persecuting and oppressing trans people without any opposition aside from what the few trans people in the state can present. We're a very small minority. So without allies, we don't stand much of a chance.
Y'all are so brave. Damn, you're brave. Trans is the bravery to choose yourself in spite of the danger it presents on a daily basis in this state.
Showing up, showing support. That's the biggest thing. You can say all day long on your Facebook that you care, Or June 1st, you can change your Facebook picture to a rainbow. And that's all great and good, but we're queer 365 days a year. So to be a good ally, you show up, you fight, you call your representatives, you check in on your queer friends, you love your queer family. That's a good start. For a lot of people, can't even do that. And if you're a great ally, start fighting these laws, because it doesn't take just queer people to do it. Everybody has to change.
Now, I am an outsider to this community as a straight, cis female, but I am learning how I can be involved and help support this community. I'm doing my part. Now it's time to do yours.
I believe that we will win! I believe that we will win!